Delmer Green, chapter 2. I remember one time me and Delmer was moping around near Fort Worth. We were headed up to the Bar 8 to sign on for the cattle drive up north to Nebraska. I figured we were a good 2 weeks out and had plenty of time to stop off and cool. Now, Cool is one of them towns you like to see if you're long on hungry and short on money. For the better part of 22 years, that description fit me and Delmer to a T. Delmer wanted no part of stopping off in Cool. The last time he was there, his horse throwed him right in the middle of Main Street, and he damn near killed himself trying to get right back up with the wind knocked out of him. Turns out that he broke a rib or two in that incident, and it really messed up his pride. I laughed at him till I was on my knees and heaving like a drum. Of course, after that, there was no use in trying to apologize because he wouldn't hear of it. When finally at last I caught my breath, I said, "Delmer, are you all right?" I couldn't help grinning at him the whole time as I squatted there with my reins in my hand and my hat pushed back on my head like some kid. Delmer just looked at me and said, "Well, bless God, I'll live, but it's no thanks to you." Of course, that cost me another 10 minutes in that same position with my horse appearing to have more sense than me. I tried real hard to stifle a snigger, but the tighter I kept my lips, the higher the pitch as my breath squeezed out of my mouth. Finally, I just trumpeted out a hard laugh, and Delmer finally grinned at me sort of sideways, the way you do when you just want to move along and stop drawing a crowd. He towed his horse into a smooth gait and left me squatting and grinning. I finally caught up to him, and like usual, I hollered, "Delmer rides again," and then offered to pay for supper. Now, that's no big favor, for the both of us can eat good for about 6 bits, but he still took me up on it. "Anyway," I said to Delmer, "how about stopping off in Cool for a day or two to rest up?" Delmer shot me a look that reminded me of one of them go yonder looks my mama used to give my pap when he said something a little off color at the table or in front of the preacher. That, in fact, is a true story. Mama has this look that would chill you. Mama has this look that can absolutely make your blood run cold, and if you've never seen it, God bless you. And if you have, oh, God bless you. And yeah, poor old Dad has seen that look a few times, and he knows that look's coming. He knows exactly what to do to get that look from Mama, but he'll still do it anyway. And so that is another one of them people. And the reason I point these out is because people ask me. I went to Nashville in October, just after the book came out, and I had this little thing, and these people were coming by. They didn't know me from Adam, and people were coming by, and I was arguing with a drunk man that wasn't Paul Newman in the picture. These people come up and they would say, "Is this a true book? Is it a true story?" And I kept saying, well, no, it's not true, but it's not exactly false, and it's not fiction. So I always try to distinguish and give credit where credit's due. But that go yonder look is something that I've lived through, and they ain't been fine. Anyway, Delmer said, "I ain't lost nothing in Cool except a week's worth of wind, and I figured I'll never get that back, so I ain't interested." Well, I knew I had my work cut out for me to convince him, but I had 10 or 12 miles or so to do it in. I wanted to read you this so that you could get the picture of friendship.